Hey, Tony.
Hey, David, how are you?
All right. So, got another question for you. A common strategy that we're seeing discussed on Reddit is the idea of focusing your efforts on the easier points and planning to ignore the trickier points in the rubric altogether. What do you think about that?
I don't think that's such a good idea, actually. I think that 9 of the 10 points are pretty easily accessible. The 10th point being complexity, which is never actually easy. So I would suggest that you follow the steps. Think about what makes a good essay. First, you're going to have a great thesis. You already know that, so you're going to develop a great thesis at the outset. That thesis gets you a point. Open your opening paragraph with a simple 3-sentence context, developing the big picture story that's surrounding this question. Context, second point. Okay. Right. Then, as you move forward in the body, introduce each document and each piece of outside evidence. Just think about a quick summary. Don't quote the documents. The readers know all the documents. No sense in wasting time with that. Just summarize what the document says, and then make sure that the big part of that sentence or the second sentence might be to tell why it matters, connecting it to your thesis. Why does this document matter to my thesis? That's the analysis. So when you introduce the document, you do 2 documents. That's 1 point. And then when you use the 2 by connecting them to the thesis, that's a second point. If you do that for 4 documents, that's a third point. So now you have thesis, context, 3 document points, you're at a 5. I mean, maybe they're the easiest points, but I think you can be finished that pretty quickly. So then move along. 2 pieces of outside evidence, you introduce specific outside evidence, say why do these pieces of evidence matter to your thesis? And that's 2 more points. And then finally, sourcing. For each of your documents, there'll be a source line. If you can say why that source might matter to the way our understanding of that document, if you could do that for at least 2 documents, 2 more points. So now you're at a 9.
So you're at 9, yeah.
So which of the points was difficult and you were going to leave it out? I think those 9 points are totally accessible. And if you've done a good job explaining or developing your argument throughout, you're on your way to getting complexity as well.